morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this special, very special press conference. You won the hearts of America by 3 simple words. Yes, we can. And we now take inspiration from those words and from US President Barack Obama for this particular summit that we'd like to tell you about very briefly this morning. Malaysia, on November 16th and 17th of this year, will host the first ever summit of its kind that focuses on the youth of Southeast Asia. And we are very, very proud to welcome our VIP guest this morning to tell you a little bit more about it, and also in the hopes that you as well will spread the word for us for this particular summit.
This Youth Engagement Summit is really about youth coming together to express their aspirations and dream for a better future. We call it YES for short, and it's about Southeast Asia Youth for Change. And my team and I are just conduits to this gathering movement, this gathering force which begins today, and hopefully can make a positive impact on issues like education, environment, engagement, empowerment, hope. You could say that I'm just one of the many catalysts in this summit, which will never see the light of day if not for our sponsors, our friends, our partners, and our supporters. But the key factor in our quest for speakers was to look at people who are not just who have inspiring stories, but inspiring ways of telling them, and engaging the people. We are acutely aware and will jealously protect any form of blatant commercialization of this event with the youth. It is our intention to elevate youth, not capitalize on them.
We do go back a long ways with CNN and my time in Hong Kong, in addition to my time in the United States. And CNN has always had a very strong sense of corporate social responsibility and has been a great contributor to events like this over the years. I think you know very well that the Obama administration has gone to great lengths to focus on all of the population in Southeast Asia, regardless of age or any other sorts of issues that might divide countries by nationality or race or gender. And I'm very excited to see how this event has developed so much in tandem with President Obama's thinking and his team's thinking. Just hearing a little bit about how you've reached out to youth and how President Obama's campaign has inspired people to follow his example. And certainly the President continues to use many of the same efforts and channels and outreach that made him successful during the campaign. Perhaps many of you know that the President was speaking to the nation in the United States just a few hours ago and thinking about all of those people who are directly involved in one of the major issues before us, which is healthcare reform in the United States. About 6 in 10 Americans who are older oppose change to healthcare. About 6 in 10 youth support it, so you can see why demographics really make a difference and how we need to reach out to everyone involved in public debates, whether in the United States and in Malaysia or throughout Southeast Asia, and ensure that voices are heard so that we can see the best of what all of our people have to offer in order to advance not just individual objectives of countries, but together, because I think President Obama and Secretary Clinton have made very clear through the management of the world economic crisis, in their interaction with Southeast Asia, and in our bilateral relationship with Malaysia, that we're all in this together. Whether it's trying to solve financial problems, or trying to advance the human rights situation, or trying to lift the standard of living of people in our countries.
Asia is proud to support a global initiative that promotes positive change, and we take great pride in being the sponsor of the summit. The AirAsia Youth Engagement Summit 2009, organized for Southeast Asia, will serve as a vehicle to inspire 200 million youth in the ASEAN region. I believe that the youth are not only leaders of tomorrow, but they are also shapers and movers of the society, and play a very important role in any electoral process of a democratic system. We hope the youth will take hope from AirAsia. We got a very fascinating story. When we launched AirAsia as the region's first low-cost carrier, we were ridiculed, laughed, and dismissed as a group of wild dreamers. There's 4 of us. And we still dream. 8 years later, AirAsia has become Asia's largest low-cost carrier and was voted the world's best low-cost carrier. It took courage to realize our dream. Yes, the naysayers are still there. They will always be there, but they are diminishing in numbers. AirAsia's success in making dream possible for everyone and of making the world a better place is in line with the theme of the summit. Our creed is simple: believe the unbelievable, dream the impossible, never take no for an answer. We hope the participants of the summit will be similarly inspired to achieve their own dreams and help change the world for the better.
Of this summit.
Nothing comes close to this initiative, an idea to reach out to over 200 million youth in Southeast Asia. We are talking about those between 15 and 34 years of age from 11 countries. They are indeed a force to be reckoned with. Ignore them at our own peril, for they are the voice of today and tomorrow. The young, as a notion, has taken a new dimension politically. They have shown young power in the last US presidential election. They came out in unbelievably huge numbers, voting for someone no one has heard about a few years ago. The young who played a critical role in setting up support groups through social networking platforms, utilizing the latest application in the cyber world. The dynamics are changing all over the world, from blogs to classroom to polling booth. The collective voice of the young are now being heard loud and very clear. YES2009 is a youth engagement summit. It is about empowering the young of Southeast Asia and motivating them. The mantra is change, to mean a sea change of attitude in charting the course of the future. Change has been the battle cry when Barack Obama took on some of the most illustrious and influential politicians in the primaries and the presidential election. Change is the mantra the current Prime Minister of this country, Dato' Sri Muhammad Najib Tun Razak, have been harping on to move Malaysia to a different level, one that discards the baggage of the past and the lumbering ways of the old. This is not a political event. It is about the youth, their hope and aspiration, and their position in today's world. This initiative is not led by any government, and it is an initiative by NGOs, private companies, and individuals. It is a call of the young and a worthy cause for the youth. The IB in Malaysia have been talking incessantly on the need to invest in an environment that encourages creativity and innovation in preparing our people to meander to new frontiers and challenges. We believe YES2009 is a great leap forward for the young, for the nation, and for the region.
As we speak, young people from across Southeast Asia are pouring messages like this into our website. And by the event date, we hope to receive 1 million of such messages to be compiled into a report, a youth-initiated report to be given to all the leaders, regional leaders, to be aware of what change do they really see deep down in their personal lives. These messages represent the silent prayers of more than 200 million young people between the ages of 15 and 34 in Southeast Asia. It's much more than an event. It's the soul of a movement that has already begun online and will continue long after the summit is over. And for the youth to see universities, colleges, other student organizations, global change icons, and businesses pour in and come together to help them make this happen, this is what youth engagement is all about. It's not about an individual reaction to global competition. It's about a region's role in global contribution. It's not about us young people finding our place in the world. It's about us defining our place in this world. It's about a regional force, Southeast Asia for change, engaging youth to unleash the most powerful force on earth, the collective power of the youth themselves.